You wouldn't believe how the story starts. A kid's life is like a tragedy, but there's always a bit of humor in tragedy. After her dad remarried and had a whole bunch of siblings, he completely ignored them, like he was breeding cats and dogs. This made Mei hate her dad and stepmom, but left her trapped. Two struggling souls had no choice but to come together, and music became their emotional outlet. Although the outside world was full of hatred, they supported each other, but Yan Hong, it all seemed rebellious, and he went berserk tearing everything up. He thought that if he destroyed these things, he could erase his daughter's past. But when Yan Hong picked up the drums, a black plastic bag randomly fell out. Upon opening, he found 100 million yuan. Where did these middle schoolers get that much money? Yan Hong immediately sensed something was wrong. He quickly searched around, only to find a wrecked car hidden in the bushes behind the house. Mei handed him a shattered phone, left by the driver who hit Minjin, with messages from the employer still on it. Turns out that on the way home from school, Minjin was indeed hit by a black sedan right in the middle of the road. Then he was repeatedly run over till death. Mei watched as a bystander, and the man took photos of Minjin's body after exiting the car. Just as she was about to send the photos to the employer, Mei jumped in the car and sped towards that man like she was reenacting the scene. She repeated Minjin's fate by running over the man. Then she took his phone, the black bag, and put Minjin's body in the car. Then she quickly fled the scene, and another car rolled in, effortlessly running over the dead man, like the tide washing away all the evidence. The police assumed the man was killed by the car that followed, while Mei buried Minjin's body in the woods after taking it away. Mei knew who the killer was but felt powerless because it turned out that a female teacher was behind the hit. 2 years ago, Mei noticed something off about the teacher, so she and Minjin bought a car perfume with a hidden camera for surveillance. The result? A shocking video featuring Minjin's dad, John Kan, as the star. John Kan was a young official who visited the school often, gaining the teacher's favor. Minjin didn't want to hurt her mom. Minjin used the video to blackmail the teacher, hoping to send her test papers before exams to boost her grade. This way, she could make her mom proud. But the teacher only partially agreed, loudly announcing her pregnancy when handing out the test papers. She was pregnant with John Kan's child, gearing up for a new life peak. This made Minjin furious, thinking of studying abroad soon. Unable to protect her mom anymore, and with Mei still struggling in poverty, Minjin decided to blackmail the teacher for 100 million yuan to teach her a lesson on consequence. But just after Minjin got the cash, she was hit and killed. The teacher's compromise was just a ruse. Killing was the goal, but when Yan Hong saw the employer's number on the crack phone, he didn't go after the teacher. Instead, he texted her to meet at the outer ring road where Minjin had the accident, wanting to hand over the photos of Minjin's death. The employer had been waiting for the employer agreed instantly, but that day happened to be the election results day. Yan Hong kept his cool and prepared a lavish dinner for Zhong. He wished Zhongkin good luck and even appeared publicly to boost his spirits. But Yan Hong's eyes were icy cold. Because Zhongkin was hypocritical, his daughter's death wasn't Lust's fault, nor were his ribs broken by Lust's men. He cleverly used this to sway public opinion. He made the public think that Congressman Liu was ruthless to win, when in fact, it was Zhongkin himself using dirty means. When he arrived at the meeting spot, Yan Hong approached the employer and zapped him with a stun gun. It turned out that the employer was Zhong Kan. After being blackmailed by Minjin, the teacher planned to eliminate her for her child, hiding Minjin's identity. She sobbed and pleaded with Zhong Kan, claiming that a new girl captured their video and hoping he could take care of it. Zhong Kan happened to be very sensitive about this issue, so he simply arranged for the girl to be killed. Killing someone else's child didn't weigh on him at all. However, since Mei took the killer's phone, Zhong Kan never knew that the girl killed that night was actually his daughter. Yan Hong tightly wrapped Zhong Kan in cling film, then presented him with the photo the killer took after Minjin's death. Staring at his daughter's blurred face, Zhong Kan let out a tortured wail, but Yan Hong immediately swung a stick at him violently. At that moment, Yan Hong despised herself, realizing that she had married Zhong Kan for his ruthlessness and decisiveness. Such a person could excel in politics, offering a lavish life but hard to guard against. Their knife, through malicious spins, will eventually stab you. Unfortunately, Yan Hong realized it too late. Exhausted, she put a plastic bag over Zhong Kan's head. She tightly wrapped his neck with tape, trying to suffocate him, but as Zhong Kan's struggles weakened, Yan Hong tore the plastic bag. She experienced the immense sorrow of losing her beloved, but Zhong Kan was also destined to confront the same heart-wrenching agony. Such a brave woman. I'm your worst nightmare. Yan Hong fumed, defeating Liu Yiyin to become First Lady. This was her goal, the essence of her loveless, perfect marriage with Zhong Kan. But resting on their daughter's tragic death, it all feels hollow. In such a heartbreaking reality, Yan Hong wanted to add beauty, but life's gains and losses seldom please everyone. In the end, Yan Hong uploaded the videos of Zhong Kan and the teacher online, turning his peak into his own hell. Yan Hong went alone to the small hill where Minjin often played, laid out snacks, toys, and her lyric book. In this moment, she finally embraced the true Minjin imperfection. Suddenly, she heard a familiar melody, Minjin's favorite song. In surprise, she turned around and there was Mei. Yan Hong mistook her for Minjin, happily ready to reveal all secrets, only to find there were no so-called secrets at all, only a succession of heartbreaking stories literature 7/8 yet pitiable, and with a hint of loathsome quality. Following Minjin's passing, all those who loved her deeply were plunged into endless agony. Yet that teacher who crossed moral boundaries faced no consequences. She deserved to be punished in due time.